said I don't need another amp. They said 100 watt is too much. But they don't understand. This is the orange Rockerverb 100 MK3. Let's check it out. Hey people, hope you're all doing good. Rio, Wolfhart here, guitar instructor, session musician, and guitar player for the band Wolf Spirit. Today I want to talk about the orange Rockerverb 100 Mark III. This is the newest model of the Rockerverb series. That being said, I think it's not that new anymore. It is new to me because I've not played it before, but it's actually, I think it came out 2015, so it's already 10 years old, the MK3 series. But nonetheless, it's still a modern amp to me. The way this amp is built up makes it actually really versatile. First of all, you got two channels, the clean channel and the dirty channel, which is actually a pretty standard thing. But then you can actually, from your four output tubes, you can take out two of them, you can disengage them, which makes this a 50 watt amp. Then you can even go further and reduce the power by another 50%, which turns a 100 watt amp into a 50 watt, and then even more to about 25 watts, making it much more quiet, but also altering the sound. You get a little bit more compression and it just reacts differently. Let me mention my signal chain really quick. In the intro I was playing my Gibson Les Paul. Right now I've got my Maybach Lester loaded with Amber Spirit 59 passive pickups. Nothing special about it. It's like burst bucket pickups, and going through my pedal board. No pedals right now engaged. Going straight into the orange, into an aux box, just a standard V30 cap simulation going on there, and then straight into the DAW. No effect processing whatsoever going on, so you're getting the true amp tone, and you can judge for yourself if you like it or not. It's got an attenuator built in, which is a beautiful thing, because you can take your you can put up the master volume of your amp to the sweet spot and then dial back the real volume with a built-in power soak, so it makes it even more usable in live application or when practicing at home. So let me start off with the clean channel. The clean channel got a sound like this going on. This is just dry. It has a built-in reverb, which is also tube powered. Let me put some reverb on that. So as you can see, the reverb is quite subtle. I started turning it. It's not much happening. Now the reverb really starts to get noticeable. And now I've got it at a point where I kind of like it. This is cool. Let me put it up all the way. I put it up all the way, and it's still not. It's not too much, It's pretty nice. It's a very nice spring reverb. The clean channel. The clean channel doesn't have much to offer. It's basically got only one volume knob. Now if I push it, it starts to crunch. Push it all the way. It's a little bit too much. Let me back off. I kind of like it when it starts breaking up. Then I can still kind of back off with my playing, with how hard I hit the strings, and maybe roll back the volume on my guitar. Sounds kind of dull, doesn't it? I think that's pretty typical for an orange clean sound, or for an orange sound overall, that it's not that sparkle, brilliant, highly hi-fi sound. For me, that's part of the orange sound. It has that dullness to it. Okay, let me try to dial in some treble with the EQ. Oh, I was already up all the way. Yeah, so. Let me know what you think about it. For me, it sounds kind of down, that clean channel. Let me change to the neck pickup. And I was just checking, like, what's up here? But I'm rolled up all the way with my tone pot. Treble is up all the way. Let me mess with the bass setting. Yeah. It's got a really nice bass. Really nice bass response, that amp. Let me know what you think about that. For me, that clean sound. It is a nice clean sound. Don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit on the downside, and I kind of want more treble. Let's get to the real thing, the dirty channel. This is why I love this amp so much, and I think this is probably why you're watching this video. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what the settings on the dirty channel do. So I've got my gain right here. I've got it to just under noon. So I get, with this guitar, I get this kind of AC/DC. And that's how I personally like to dial in the gain on this amp, because then I can additionally, if I want, just, you know, put in my BB preamp, for example. And now I've got more than enough gain. I mean, come on. If I want even more, just, you know, engage another pedal. Rhythm stuff, to be honest, you know, AC/DC tone, then one pedal, one gain stage. Stays tight. And if I want to get back to AC/DC land, you know, just no pedals engaged, just that orange sound, beautiful sound. Now, if I dial back the volume on my guitar, I'm in clean land. That's what makes this, and this is how I am going to use this amp when playing live, at least. Let me put some reverb on there. Usually I'm not the guy who uses that much reverb, but it actually sounds really cool. It's inspiring, you know. That's what all this equipment stuff is about. Is it inspiring for me to play, and does it inspire me to play differently? You know, at least for me, that's what all this is about. Let me add some BB. Beautiful. So what I'm noticing right away is this amp really benefits from using overdrive pedals, which is perfect for me because I love my overdrive pedals. I want an amp that takes them really well and that is happy with using pedals. That's something I've noticed beforehand, before filming this video. I've tried all my little pedals, my phaser, my wah, and they all sound better than with my old Marshall that I played. They sound more open, they react better. Like, I don't even know how that is possible, and what I guess that what is something that makes a good amp, you know, that's just responsive to whatever you put in it. It kind of responds to it and amplifies it. That's what it's supposed to do. Let me put back that reverb, because as I said, I'm not really a reverb guy. And let's mess with those EQ settings. That's something, another really beautiful thing. Now, let me try something else. Let me add some gain. So now I'm in high gain territory, I would say. As you can hear, I've got no noise gate going on, so there is some buzzing and humming going on, which is absolutely normal. As you can see, it's fun for me to play this. It's really inspiring. Now let's mess with the EQ settings. So we've got treble, we've got middle, we've got the bass knob. Let's start with the treble. Let me tell you the settings I've got right now. I've got the treble turned up a little bit past noon. I've got the mids scooped just a tiny little bit, like 11 o'clock. And I've got the bass knob boosted. Oh, and besides, I've got the master at like 1 o'clock, because that's just, it brings in some tube saturation. So let's go through the EQ section. So this is the treble. Gets really dull. It's kind of unusable. Let me bring back some treble. I could go all the way, it doesn't sound bad. Or does it? It doesn't sound, it's not harsh or anything. It's a little bit too much for my taste. Yeah, that's the way that I do it. I see where it's dull, and I just let it open up from that point on. Like right there. Could you hear how that amp just opened up? And that's perfect, man. Mid. Where's the mid knob? Right here. Let's scoop the mid all the way. Makes it sound really fat, but believe me, it's an almost unusable sound for live, because you're just not gonna cut through the band with this kind of sound. On its own, it's kind of cool. I still prefer putting in some mids. Let's boost them all the way. Yeah, kind of like this kind of sound in there. that's the typical mids of an orange that I was talking about. And it's kind of over exaggerated right here because I've got the mids turned up all the way. And the way I like it, as I said, like right there. Again, by turning the mids down, the amp opens up kind of in a way like I did when I turned up the treble. Now by turning down the mids, I'm kind of scooping out those mid frequencies. It makes the amp open up. But you know, not to a point where it's totally mid scoop. Like right there. Did you hear that? Let me show that again. Right here. And now I'm taking out those mids. Right there. It's just a subtle thing, but it makes the amp just sound a little bit more open. And one last EQ setting is the bass knob. You know, cutting out all the bass just doesn't feel right for me. And this is kind of, the bass knob is pretty cool. I could actually dial it in all the way. Doesn't sound fluffy at all. Maybe a little bit fluffy. At a certain point, it's just enough bass. I feel like right here, it's just enough. Where am I? Oh, I'm already like at 2 o'clock on that bass setting. Nice and fat sound. That's how I like it. You know, the gain is dialed up pretty much, but let me dial it up even more. So this is the gain maxed, a lot of hissing going on. It sounds a little bit fluffy. There's some definition missing in my opinion. But it's still not a bad sound, it's still absolutely usable. Maybe there's someone out there who likes this kind of gain setting. Go for it. I like it kind of here. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, it's a little bit below noon. And then, as I said, kick in the BB. An amp that I think the orange Rockerverb is really comparable to is a Marshall JCM 800. It's kind of got a similar thing going on. I made a little clip just comparing the JCM 800 that I have. It's not a JCM 800. It's a 2203 JMP, but it's very similar to a JCM 800. And comparing that to this orange right here. So have a listen to that. So in that clip, I basically played a guitar hard to the left, one guitar hard to the right. On the first setting, it's just the orange. On the second take, it's just the Marshall. And on the third take, it is the orange pan completely to the left and the Marshall pan completely to the right. And I think that one's pretty cool. As you can hear, that's what I like about the orange. It has this typical classical vibe and feel to it, but yet with more of a modernness, has this openness. On that clip, to be honest, I love my Marshall, but the Orange just beats the Marshall. There's no doubt about it for me. There's one more thing I wanted to mention that I just remembered. Let's get back to the clean channel. Here's another way you can use the clean channel. Get some gain going here. You can, when playing live, you can use the attenuator as a master volume. It's no problem. So I got some gain going on, and now I'm kind of in that AC/DC crunch territory. And now I'm just gonna put in my BB preamp. Not my kind of sound, but one guy who is apparently doing that, at least that's what he said himself in a Rig Rundown interview of Premier Guitar, is Tyler Bryant of Tyler Bryant and the Shakedowns. Apparently he's just using the clean channel of an Orange Rockerverb and then getting the rest of his gain with his signature overdrive pedal, which I actually did a demo of. You can watch my video of that too. What else is there to say about this? So let me do a conclusion. A clean channel on this amp. I like that there's a clean channel in there. It's foot switchable. You can adjust the volume, so it's kind of so the levels of the dirty channel and the clean channel, they fit to each other. You can do that with this amp. There's no problem. That's the cool thing. I am going to use this clean channel, but for me, it's not what the amp is about. For me, the amp is about the dirty channel, and it absolutely, as the name of this amp suggests, the Rockerverb, it rocks. The reverb also sounds amazing on this thing. I love that it's so versatile. I can effectively get this to be a 25-watt amp, and then from that point on, it's already going to be a lot quieter than a 100-watt amp, of course. But I can go ahead and use the attenuator. It's an awesome amplifier. It's inspiring for me to play that thing and makes me just, keep playing and playing. People, if you like this video, if you have anything to add, put it in the comment box below. Leave a subscribe, a like, and share this video to your friends and family. And thanks for watching. See you next time.